Bye. Right. Let's see. My viewer. Vitality. Reignite your energy and embrace new beginnings with enthusiasm. Balance. Achieve harmony within yourself, creating stability in all areas of your life. Deep connection. Find bonds of support and love in intimate relationships and family. Wisdom. Accumulate wisdom and experience through continuous learning. Braveheart. Face the world with fearlessness, breaking through all boundaries with courage. You could be a runner. You could like to do like Pilates or yoga and things like that. You don't have to. You could like to read. Maybe you gain a lot of wisdom from reading books. I feel that you're quite a strong person. I think you've got your vulnerabilities like everyone does, but I think no one would know what you've been through looking at you. I think you have that aura of, yes, I've been through shit, but I'm not letting that define me. I just get that real kind of stance with you. You don't let anything knock you down. Vitality for my viewer. Too many. Vitality. Yeah, I think you've been through a lot of heartbreaks, a lot of connections, not just loved ones, but just connections in general that you haven't found very easy. Maybe this has been a pattern since you were younger. You know, you were brought up in like a broken home. Not that that's a bad thing, but I feel that you kind of look at it as it's had a knock-on effect in your relationships, in your connections that you've tried, your background of some sort. But I feel that, like I said, you're not letting any of that knock you down. You accept it, but you don't wallow in it. You accept what you've been through, and then it's like you dusting yourself off and cracking on with life. You still have that enthusiasm, you still have that passion when it comes to your path, your journey. You just keep going. You don't let anything hold you back. You keep going. Balance. Yes, you're pulling yourself together. You've not had it easy. You've not had it easy. Like I say, I think from a young age you've had challenges and things to overcome. It's not just been handed to you on a plate. Things haven't been smooth. Anything else to balance? Yeah, you found that inner strength, the courage, the bravery to keep going, to march on. Yeah, people People haven't guided you as you should have been guided. No one's really... You've kind of guided yourself through life, I feel. You've not had that role model there. You've been probably blocked off to anything religious or anything that you believe in. I feel that you believe in yourself. You believe in what you achieve, not anything on the outer edges here. You have got that strength yourself. You haven't relied on anything else or anyone else for that, because you've learned that there's no one to rely upon. If you've never had that, why would you think anything different? It's this deep connection, find support in others. Deep connection. You're very powerful in other areas of your life, but like I say, when it comes to connecting with other people, you feel a bit uneasy. I feel like you might have a little bit of social anxiety when it comes to that. There is that bit of a wall there. You come across as maybe a little bit hostile because of what you've been through. Your strength is sometimes a bit of a barrier to let people in emotionally. Anything else for that one? Maybe you just work very, very hard. You have an excessive need to achieve. That's where your focus is, your own achievements. Outside of connections though, work, school, possibly you are at school, you take on lesson after lesson, you go and get a lot of degrees potentially, you find comfort in books and knowledge and high achievement. You're slightly obsessed with it, which sometimes becomes a bit of a barrier for anything to come in emotionally for you. I'm not seeing that you want that right now though, to be fair. Wisdom. Oh. Okay. All you've ever known is in connections is conflict, ego battles, betrayal. And you don't know anything more than that. That's all you know. That's all you've learned through your life, through childhood, through connections that you tried to build yourself. That's all you've known. Anything else for that? Oh, yeah. You don't feel that people are honest. You feel that people walk away. You've possibly got some abandonment issues here. Yeah. Connections don't bring you happiness. Connections bring anxiety and fear to you. You would rather be on your own. You would rather plan your own future by yourself, because connections, deep connections, actually frighten you. You are why in your head you feel you know where it's going to go. You know that it doesn't matter what you do, how much effort you put into people, into certain situations, into deep connections, it always ends up with you feeling this fear and anxiety or people walking away from you, you always being left out, you always feeling betrayed. So you'd rather not. You'd rather put your energy and your strength into building something that you know you can rely on. Braveheart. Yeah. You've had to become strong. You had no choice. Since being younger, you've probably taken on more than you should have. You don't trust easily at all. You have gained your own comfort through the growth, through your growth. And you are, like I say, you are such a strong person. You know who you are. And if that means that you know who you are and you're on your own, then so be it. I don't see that you're unhappy by that. I think I know what comes when I get into deep connections, so why am I bothering? I'm a successful person. I am this person of high standard, of you've got high standards for yourself, and you're achieving those goals. No matter what you went through, no matter who turned around and said you weren't good enough, you've proved them wrong. And that to you is enough. It's enough. And there's nothing wrong with that. Do you want love? I mean, this deep connection's come up for a reason. Do you want love? Maybe you will want love. No, I don't think you do. I think people have possibly come in and tried to show their effort, their interest in you. You don't want it. You're refusing offers. You'd rather be on your own. You've escaped all of that. You've found your own calm in life, your own balance in life after, I think you've been through chaos. I think your childhood was chaotic, unstable potentially here. You've had to learn a lot of lessons early on in life, and you've healed yourself through strength, through determination. You don't want that. You don't want to go back there. You've become wise to the fact that people always leave you. There's always conflict, there's always a battle. But you don't have that. You don't have that. You're in a state of calm. Anything else here? It's beautiful. Not giving up. Yeah. You've never give up. You've never given up. You had choices to make. You could either stay in that chaotic state, in that toxic state, or you could find your own balance through healing and walking away from what no longer serves you. One more for that. Yeah. Do you know what? It might make you come across a bit unapproachable, shall we say. I think you have feelings like everyone else, but I think you have learned to protect yourself more than what other people have had to do, because you've got hurt. You've been let down, you've been hurt, and you've built yourself back up. So it's going to, at the moment, no, you don't want it. You don't want this a connection at all. You just don't want it. You're focused on stability, your own stability here, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe in the future you will be open to having a bit of a deeper connection with someone, or something. I think you're quite happy just on your own, learning, being successful. It's beautiful. You are such a strong person. Whoever this reading is for, you are extremely strong and admirational. I admire your strength. I think if other people had been through what you've been through, they might have crashed and burnt. You haven't done that. Not anywhere in here have you wallowed. Has mental health got in the way here? And if it has, it's been very quick, because you're like, nah, I'm not staying here. I'm not getting stuck in this depressive state. I'm going to move forward with my life and build my own success. So well done, smashing it. Good for you. Good for you. Bye.